If you are a fan of Polo Red, you'll absolutely love this new scent. So let's review Ralph Lauren's Polo Red Racing Edition. Hey, what's good guys? Hunter here and welcome back to the channel where I upload weekly fragrance content, so you know the drill. Hit that subscribe button down below so you don't miss any future videos and keep up to date with new fragrances. And be sure to follow me over on my Instagram page. But today we are reviewing the newest release from Ralph Lauren, which is Polo Red Racing Edition, which honestly is kind of a weird flanker name for a fragrance racing edition, but I digress guys. It's here, it's official, and if you're a fan of the Polo Red DNA, which is iconic and classic, and so many people love Polo Red, you're going to want to check this one out because there are a few differences between the two, but honestly not much. And I do own both Polo Red and Polo Red Parfum, which I wasn't the biggest fan of the Parfum flanker, kind of gave it a bad review to be honest. You can go check that review out. Then Polo Red is a DNA that I've honestly never been the biggest fan of either. It just never really clicked with me personally. I know it's fairly unique, especially unique for the time it came out. But I also do want to shout out Ralph Lauren for sending Polo Red Racing Edition over for review. Of course, that's not going to change my opinions, guys. I'm always going to be honest with you, just like I am with every single one of my reviews. Like I said, they also sent Polo Red Parfum before, and I gave it a negative review. So that's got to tell you something right there. So if I like something, I like it. If I don't, I don't. And I always make that clear. Now let's go with some information. Polo Red Racing Edition was, of course, launched in 2025. At the time of this recording, this just came out within like the last month or so. For the retail price on, I believe the only size this comes in, which is the 125 ml, is going to run you $110, which honestly isn't expensive at all, especially for retail and the size you're getting. But for the concentration, this is an eau de toilette, so you are getting a pretty lowly concentrated fragrance with Polo Red Racing Edition, which makes it obviously a little bit more affordable. And for the perfumer, they are unknown. I'm not sure if it's the same person that made Polo Red or not, because like I said, they are very, very similar. Now with all the information out of the way, let's look at the packaging and presentation you get with Red Racing Edition now. All right, so we're only gonna be looking at the bottle since I only have the bottle in hand. I don't have the box, but man, looking at the bottle here, you are gonna get this little bit of a tacky kind of toy-like bottle style here with the racing logos all around. I'm honestly not the biggest fan of it, but maybe some people like the kind of decals they have going on the front of this bottle. On the bottom, you find your sticker with your batch code to authenticate your product and see when it was produced. Nothing on the back. On the front, you do have Ralph Lauren across the cap with RL on the top as well. Nothing inside the cap. RL on the atomizer, and they have updated these across the entire board with Polo Red, Polo Blue, Polo Green, etc. in this new kind of bottle style, which I do prefer over the old ones. So that is the bottle presentation. In the top, you have cranberry, grapefruit, and lemon. In the mid, you have saffron, sage, and lavender. In the base, you have coffee, vanilla, and cedarwood, and this will be classified as a woody spicy. So let's spray this and test out these atomizers. Honestly, an approved atomizer with the Ralph Lauren bottles. It's not bad at all. It does spray a ton of juice, so hats off to them for that. Now, let's go ahead and remind myself of the new Polo Red Racing Edition. So in the opening, you're going to get that iconic signature Polo Red opening. There's not much change in the opening of this one at all. It's basically identical because you are going to get this citrusy, bright, sparkling grapefruit immediately when you apply Racing Edition, just as you found in the original Polo Red as well. So if you're familiar with the opening of that, you're going to be remembered of that in here as well, because it, like I said, it is basically identical, mixed together with that kind of fruity, tart cranberry note, which I always thought was very unique. You don't find cranberry in many fragrances, so it's kind of different to have a designer with that note, especially at the time it came out. And I will say the opening is pretty good for a designer fragrance. For some reason, for me, I've never been the biggest fan of it, but I know it does kind of have like a cult following behind it. So yeah, sparkling grapefruit mixed together with this fruity, tart cranberry is what you're gonna find in a Racing Edition as well. And it's kind of weird because lately I've been a big fan of grapefruit. It's one of my favorite kind of citrusy, bright notes. Just for me personally, I don't know if it's just a combination between like the cranberry and grapefruit that doesn't really do it for me. It's honestly kind of a strange combination with the two, but still very different and unique. Now, as we make our way into the mid is where you're going to start getting a few differences between the original and Racing Edition. Now, you are still going to get that aromatic touch of sage that you find in Polo Red, mixed together as well with the spicy saffron, where I think this bottle is getting the redness is from the cranberry and the saffron note and the spiciness as well that's going to come through. However, though, they do add the new note of lavender, so you are going to get even more aromatic touches combined with the sage and a little bit of this creaminess as well, which I honestly love. I'm a big fan of lavender over sage any day of the week. So the added note of lavender definitely makes this a little bit better than the original Polo Red for my liking at least. So if you're also a big fan of lavender like I am, you might actually enjoy the new flanker of Polo Red, which honestly, I'm not sure. This might even be like a limited edition run. I don't see this one really sticking around because it is sort of a weird name and design. It definitely gives off like collector's edition, limited edition vibes, but still I do prefer the lavender in this one. And then finally in the base is where this one is also very unique, especially for the time it came out and for being a designer, because you are going to get that signature roasted, kind of almost a little bit smoky coffee bean note in a Polo Red Racing Edition, just like the OG, mixed together with this sort of like generic woody cedarwood base. But man, they also add the note of vanilla, which works great because you're going to get this creamy, spicy, warm vanilla mixed together with the coffee and cedarwood, which I always did kind of like the coffee note in the original Polo Red. That was probably the best thing about it. So still getting the same exact coffee vibes in here with the same cedarwood, just added cozy vanilla. At the end of the day, it's just a more kind of creamy, warmer take on Polo Red with a little bit more sweetness. To me, it's literally just Polo Red with this added vanilla and lavender. But I will say it's still like 90% similar to Polo Red, so it could possibly be a little bit redundant if you already own Polo Red, because the lavender and vanilla aren't like that heavy in the DNA to make it like, whoa, that's a completely different fragrance. Because if you do smell these side by side, they are almost gonna be identical. But the little doses of the lavender and vanilla definitely make it a nice welcoming touch to the DNA. Now I would say if you're looking for Polo Red, probably get the Racing Edition, because like I said, it might be limited edition, regardless of the edgy kind of tacky bottle style they got going on, which does kind of ruin it for me, but still a better scent profile. Now for the best seasons to rock Polo Red Racing Edition, I'm primarily gonna wear this one when I do, is gonna be the spring, fall, and winter, not so much the summertime. Even though it does have this kind of bright citrusy opening, I just think it dries down a little bit too heavy on the nose, being spicy, woody, got that coffee beans and the vanilla. It's not so much good for like the summertime. If you want a summer polo, get like Polo Blue. This is more so for like slightly the more colder weathers, even though you could maybe pull it off in the summer if you really absolutely wanted to and you're just a die-hard Polo Red fan. If that's not you, you're not the biggest fan of it, definitely wear in the spring, fall, and winter. And for occasion, this is like, without a doubt, in my mind, a casual fragrance, man. This screams casual vibes to me. The bottle, the scent, the way it smells, the way it wears, etc. Very casual. The kind of fragrance you just spray on when you're wearing like jeans, shorts, a t-shirt, a hoodie, etc. When you're just like running errands, going to work, maybe getting things done, etc. That's the vibe this gives off. It's nothing formal, nothing classy, nothing sophisticated about this by any means. Do not wear this one and dressing up, please, because that would just do whatever you're wearing disjustice, especially if you're looking nice and solid. This will just ruin the vibe, guys. So stick to this one while wearing casual attire and doing casual things. For gender, this is to me a masculine fragrance. There's nothing feminine about this, nothing pretty about this or anything like that. So it's for the boys out there for sure. And for age groups, to me, this is very youthful. Like this is a teenager fragrance to me for some reason. I could picture like an early teen, late teens, maybe early 20s wearing this one the best. It doesn't really give me classy, grown up, mature vibes. So if you are a younger guy watching this one, you want something that is kind of different and unique, that's not going to smell like everybody around you, you could check this out. I do think obviously like the vanilla and lavender touches in here is pretty good. If you are a little bit older, maybe like 25, 30 and up, I wouldn't really recommend this one. Even though I'm in my late 20s, I wear it, but I have to wear it for testing, things like that. But if you're somebody out there that just wants 1, 2, maybe 3, up to possibly 5 fragrances, this isn't something I would really recommend for you. There's way better options out there that will make you smell more grown up, more mature, more on business, etc. Plus, if you're a grown man, do you really want like this bottle in your collection? Be honest now. This is for like a teenager just getting in the cars, you know, maybe racing around in his like Honda Civic, maybe even keeps this inside of his car, things like that, just sprays it on, goes to school, go to like job interviews, things like that. Now, wrapping the review off, talking on the performance you're gonna get with Red Racing Edition. Honestly, I did get slightly below average from my testing with this one, which is kind of expectable, especially being an EDT concentration, because on my skin, I did get upwards of that 6-hour mark, and the 6-hour mark was pushing it. You're gonna get a solid maybe 4 hours, depending on how moisturized your skin is, up to that 6-hour mark. Which, reminder, always moisturize with like CeraVe lotion or something wherever you apply your fragrance, because it will make it last a little bit longer. You don't want like dry alligator skin. So take care of your skin before wearing a fragrance, because fragrances also dehydrate your skin as well and kind of dries it out. But 4 to 6 hours is where you're gonna expect to get with this. And when it comes to the projection, I honestly did get pretty moderate projection for the first couple hours. So projection was a little bit better than I was expecting. However, though, EDTs usually project more than extrait de parfums, because the alcohol concentration is what makes these things project the most. And of course, the lower oil concentration, the higher alcohol concentration is what you're gonna get. That isn't always the case, but most of the time that is how it works. But it is only going to project maybe for like the first 2 hours heavily, and then starting to become a little bit closer to the skin up to that 4 to 6 hours. My girl, last time I wore this one, did compliment me and said it was pretty strong, but that was like 30 minutes after I applied it. So yeah, being an EDT is going to project pretty heavy for the first hour, but it's not going to present itself and be known by everybody around you after the first couple hours or so. And it's not even going to get you through a work day shift if you work like 8 hours. At the end of the day, pretty below average performance from Polo Red Racing Edition, but that is honestly what I was kind of expecting. So that's gonna do it for my review of the brand new Ralph Lauren fragrance. Let me know down below if you guys have tried Polo Red, if you're a fan of that DNA, if you tried this one, if you think there's any differences between the two, or also if you're thinking about trying this one because you think the lavender and vanilla added touches to that DNA sounds good. We'll discuss that down below, so leave a comment, subscribe if you guys haven't already, and of course, you already know, I'll see all of you back here in my next upload. Take care, everybody.